Dear students, welcome back to my channel. So in this class, let us discuss about the concept of electric field. You might have studied about gravitational field and magnetic field, right? What do you mean by gravitational field? Gravitational field means the region around a stationary body where another body can experience a force. So there mass plays an important role, isn't it? So the region around a stationary mass where another mass can experience a force is said to be gravitational field. In the same manner, if you come to magnetic field, the region around a stationary magnet where another magnet or magnetic material can experience a force, that is said to be magnetic field. In the same manner, in this chapter we are going to study the concept of electric field. Electric field means the region around a stationary charge where another charge or charged particle can experience a force. See, if you consider a charge, for example, plus Q, it is said to be the source charge. What is the meaning of that word source charge? Means a point charge which produces the electric field is said to be a source charge. It is under observation. Now, if it is a positive charge, then the direction of electric field will be outwards. It comes under the properties of electric field lines. I will tell it later. So, till that, just understand like this. In case of a positive point charge, the direction of electric field is outwards. Suppose, okay. Similarly, you can expect the electric field in this direction, in that direction, and so on. But here, I am taking only the direction of electric field along x-axis. Okay. Now, suppose if I place one unit positive test charge. What is the meaning of that word test charge? As the name itself indicates, this charge will test or check the presence of electric field here at this point. Okay. So in this way, suppose whenever a test charge is placed in the presence of electric field, it experiences a force. And it has one property. This test charge should be, its magnitude should be infinitesimally small when compared to this source charge. Why it is so? Means, suppose if its magnitude is greater than this, greater than the magnitude of this charge, then it will exert a force on this. Since we are concentrating on the electric field produced by this source charge, here the magnitude of source charge should be greater than this test charge. Source charge means it's a point charge which is under observation and which produces the electric field. If we come to the concept of test charge is an infinitesimally small charge, so which experiences a force in the presence of electric field of this source charge. Okay, fine. See, the concept of electric field now says, so the region around a stationary charge where another charge can experience a force. If that force is constant everywhere, the magnitude of the force is constant everywhere, means the field is said to be electric field. Sorry, uniform electric field. Otherwise, it is said to be non-uniform electric field. What is the meaning of this word uniform electric field? Uniform electric field means, so if the test charge placed in an electric field experiences same force at all the points, then the field is called uniform electric field. Which is the example for uniform electric field? It is the region between two plates of a parallel plate capacitor. So it will come in next chapter, that is chapter number 2, electric potential and capacitance chapter. Till that, just remember, so these two plates are said to be the plates of the capacitor. Here, since it is positive, the direction of electric field is outwards. Since it is negative, the direction of electric field is inwards. By combining them, we can write like this. Okay, so this electric field is an example for uniform electric field. If you place a unit positive test charge in this region, it experiences the same force at all the points. Similarly, if we come to the concept of non-uniform electric field, The definition is opposite to this uniform electric field. What it states now, or what it says now: if a unit positive test charge experiences different forces at different points in an electric field, then the field is said to be non-uniform electric field. If it experiences same force at all the points, uniform. If it experiences different forces at different points in a region containing electric field, means that region is non-uniform electric field. Example, in case of an isolated positive charge, the direction of electric field will be like this. This is an example for non-uniform electric field. In case of an isolated negative charge, the direction of electric field will be like this. It is also an example for non-uniform. Otherwise, we can write non-parallel lines like this. It is also an example for non-uniform electric field. Now, you can able to answer to my questions. What is electric field means? It is the region around a stationary charge where another charge can experience a force. What do you mean by uniform electric field? If a unit positive test charge placed in an electric field experiences same force at all the points, means the field is uniform. If it experiences different forces at different points, means it is non-uniform electric field. Okay, fine. Now let's come to the concept of electric intensity. Electric intensity. Another name for electric intensity is strength of electric field. Strength of electric field. How to find the strength of electric field at a point? Otherwise, how to find the electric intensity means? The definition says that electric intensity at a point in an electric field is the force experienced by a unit positive test charge placed at that point. Electric intensity at a point in an electric field is the force experienced by a unit positive test charge placed at that point. See, what is the assignment for this electric intensity? Force. So Newton, Q naught, therefore Coulomb. Therefore Newton per Coulomb. अथवा ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವೋಲ್ಟ್ per meter ಅಂತ ಸಹ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಆರ್ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್? ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಇ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಫ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸಹ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಆಗಿರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ. Electric intensity means electric intensity at a point in an electric field is the force experienced by a unit positive test charge placed at that point. Suppose see, if Q naught is equal to plus 1 coulomb, then ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? E is equal to F ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳುವಂತದ್ದು. Electric intensity at a point in an electric field is the force experienced by unit positive test charge. Okay. Now let us come to the equation for electric intensity. Since it is a very simple derivation, nobody will ask you. Please remember, derive an expression for electric intensity. Okay, you have to remember that electric intensity is due to source charge. Okay, let us consider a source charge plus Q, for example, which is placed at some point A. The direction of electric field due to this charge is outwards, since it is positive. Now, at some point B, at a distance of some small r, I will place a test charge, that is plus Q naught. Sir, shall we take minus Q naught? If you take minus Q naught, then it will be attracted towards this plus Q. Since it is plus, so it will move away from this charge because the force exerted by this positive charge on this positive charge is repulsive. That's why. Okay, fine. According to the definition of electric intensity, what we can write? E is equal to F divided by Q naught, isn't it? Next, F means, according to Coulomb's law, the force between two charges is directly proportional to product of magnitude of their charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them, that we have read it in the last class. So therefore, the Coulomb force between Q and Q naught is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught divided by distance square, that is R square. Next, here Q naught is there. Q naught will cancel. What remains? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square. This is the expression for electric intensity at a point in an electric field. Since this equation consists of only the magnitude of the source charge, electric intensity at a point depends only on source charge and it is independent on what? The test charge. ಯಾವ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಇನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ E ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square into R cap. ಯಾವ ತರ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವೋ ಅದೇ ತರ. ಸಮ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ R ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ R ವಿತ್ an arrow ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹಿಯರ್ R cap is the unit vector in the direction of E vector ಅಂತ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ electric intensity at a point in an electric field is the force experienced by a unit positive test charge placed at that point anta. Okay, fine. So next concept to discuss is ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾವು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂಪರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದು ಸೂಪರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸೂಪರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೂಪರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸೂಪರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಆನ್ electric field. Okay. Can you remember what I have given what statement I have given there? Superposition principle or superposition theorem on electrical force. When a number of point charges interacting at a place, the net force on a given charge is equal to the force due to all other charges. So on that particular vector sum of the force due to all other charges on that particular charge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. See, let us consider four charges. For example, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4 ಅಂತ. Let it be some point P. The distance of this Q1 from P is R1. Distance of this Q2 from P is R2. Distance of this Q3 from P is R3. Similarly, the distance of Q4 from P is R4. When there are n number of charges, there will be n number of fields, but n minus 1 number of forces. Okay, fine. Here, all the charges are positive. Therefore, the direction of electric field due to all these will be outwards. It is E1 vector, it is E4 vector, it is E3 vector, and this is E2 vector. Under this condition, we can say that when a number of point charges are interacting at a place, the net electric field at a point is equal to the vector sum of fields due to all the charges at that particular point. Correct? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. When a number of point charges are interacting at a place, the net electric field at a point is equal to the vector sum of the fields due to all the charges at that point. Okay na? Therefore, that is, according to the statement of superposition principle, E vector can be written as E1 vector plus E2 vector plus E3 vector plus so on up to En vector. Next, E1 andre, E2 andre, E3 andre just Q1 R1 Q2 R2 ಅಂತ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗುವಂತದ್ದು. ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ 1/4πε0 ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Q1 by R1 square R1 cap plus Q2 divided by R2 square R2 cap plus so on up to Qn divided by Rn square into Rn cap ಅಂತ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನನ್ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ 1/4πε0 ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ I starting from 1 ending at n Qi divided by Ri square into Ri cap ಅಂತ. ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೂಪರ್ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸೂಪರ್ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಇನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೂಪರ್ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಅದರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾರಲೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಲಾ ಅಥವಾ ಪೆಂಟಾಗನ್ ಲಾ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್. ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಡೈಪೋಲ್. ಡೈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡೈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2, ಪೋಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೊಲಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಅದನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್.